Hi, Sean.
Hi, Jack.
Are you all right?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thanks. Yeah, I walked Dolly this morning,
Oh, yeah.
and some time ago on one of these episodes, I told you about this bloke who it annoyed me a bit because I know him, and he always looks like he hasn't seen me.
Yes.
And so when I say hello, and he, in this way that gives away the fact that he obviously has seen me but didn't want to make eye contact, he then, in a very transparently false way, says, "Oh, hello, Jack, didn't see you there." And, you know,
Yeah.
and then we have to have a sort of obligatory little talk. Well, I saw him this morning, and I thought, I'm not going to say hello. I'm going to ignore him. And as we went past, he went, "Oh, hello, Jack, didn't see you there," without me saying hello. So it's just his mannerism. I've got him wrong all this time. But it's not that I want to talk to him anyway. But anyway, I'm now re-engaged with having to say hello to him every time I see him or don't see him.
Well, that's well, it's good that you now have a clearer understanding of what the situation actually was.
At least I know he wasn't being actively, kind of trying to ignore me. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. Oh, well, good.
So
I'm glad.
that was a relief. Yeah. But things well with you?
No, they are good. I was wondering, it's just on my mind that, when someone says they see your dog, why don't we just presume dogs are boys, and can that stop? Because it's really beginning to bug me.
And it's usually people who don't have dogs, is it? Or,
yeah, I think so.
I think it probably is.
But why would you guess? You can't see what gender the dog. Why are you guessing? Just it. I much prefer it. Say it.
Yeah.
Than he.
Yeah. Has
him.
I don't want to get into this pronoun stuff, I've got to say.
No. But I know. But it's funny, isn't it? Because with dogs, I do. It does annoy me. It does always annoy me. And then I correct it. She. And I made me one of these people. She.
Especially if they don't pick up on it and don't correct themselves. Yeah. And then they'll say he again. You say, "Oh, look, what's the matter with you?"
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
What I've done is the other day is I just thought I would try this. Is someone did ask, is it a girl? And I thought I'm going to try this and see how this goes down. I said no, it's a woman.
Oh.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
Oh,
you sound like a pervert.
It sounds really stupid saying that, Sean. Why? It's a woman.
It's a woman. What are you talking about? Now you've insulted Sarah.
But why can we say boy and why can we say that a dog is a boy or a girl, but we can't say a dog is a man or a woman?
I don't know, but luckily they've got just the guest to clear this up for us today. In a sensitive way. Let's remember to
him. Yeah, you'll have to put it to him. I think it's got to do with the fact that we do consider dogs to be cute. Yes. And therefore we, give them titles which are kind of younger and cuter. So to say woman, it's just kind of, I think it's very disconcerting. I'm sure it was met with a very strange look on somebody's face.
Yes. So it was half. She was polite. She gave me a little laugh.
Right. Yeah. I think
she was thinking you're a weirdo.
Yeah. I just need to get away from this now. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I won't be. I've learnt my lesson, I think, and I'm glad I've shared this because I won't be doing that again.
It's a very good question, though. It is a good question.
But I suppose woman and man has the word man in it.
Yeah.
Which gives it away. Maybe I should have said it. No, it's a woo dog.
Well, I don't know if you're getting any closer to a solution here.
The woo dog.
But instead of a woman, you get it.
Say that next time. Say that next time, and tell us. Report back, will you?
Yeah.
Let us know how it goes.
I prefer. Yeah.
It's a woo dog.
Not a girl. I actually prefer the term woo dog.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, well, how's Juniper?
She's really well. Do you know, I think that probably 99% of my interactions with other dog owners are positive and friendly and smiley. But Juniper started doing this thing where she will now bark if I'm taking her out for a walk and somebody's walking past our house. And if they've got a dog, even more so, she'll bark at them. And yesterday this happened. No, she won't do it every time, but quite often. Yesterday this happened, and this woman was walking towards us with a dog, and she kind of gave me this very superior look, like with the raised eyebrows, the kind of. And I thought,
okay.
No, I'm not happy with that. And as she came closer, I said, first of all, I was going, "Oh, sorry," and then I saw the look on her face, and I thought, I'm not apologising for this because she looks annoying, this woman. And she came towards me, and I said, "She's barking because she's protecting the property we live here." And then she went, "Oh," and then she smiled. And I thought she was initially she was looking at me like, "You can't control your dog. She's barking." And I thought, it's literally for 3 seconds. It's not a long time.
Yes.
And dogs bark. So I found her whole attitude really judgmental. And I thought, no, you're not somebody that I would interact with on a walk.
No, it's you don't need that, and you can tell them a mile off as well, can't you? The ones who basically don't like dogs and eat and are wondering what on earth you're doing with that. But good for Juniper, and probably Juniper picked up on that as well. So that don't like you.
I've started to think that because I was talking about this with Michaela, Daisy's mum, and I was saying because Daisy does quite often.
Yes,
she will start barking at somebody in the park, and Michaela knows she's just taken a dislike to them. And I said we should actually be taking note of these things because perhaps they're picking up on stuff that we're not.
Yeah, they can be sensitive to that. I love that dogs will just go about their business, and just go past any number of people with not a flinch. And then suddenly, I don't like you.
I know, yeah. I know.
They just pick it,
Yes.
Yeah.
It's great. Bit of intuition.
Well, the thing is with that is I still have the difficulty with the high-vis jackets.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Simon said, get a high-vis jacket or something reflective.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I've not done that. Maybe it will take Grace reminding me to do that for me to do that. If I'm totally honest,
to get a high vis jacket,
it is mad, or I don't know what to put in the house and get her used to it because it is like you said. Walk down the high street, everything's fine. Loads of people. Then suddenly, man in a high vis jacket and loses the plot.
Yeah,
and then, do you know what? I don't know what our listeners think of this, but it frightens me. Like we have her on the collar now, which is something that's actually, that's been a transition since my dog first started. She was on the harness.
Okay.
Then we got her onto the collar because it gave us more command.
Right.
Because the harness, it means that they feel comfortable pulling you.
I see. Yeah. Yeah. And, interesting.
So, and she's been really good with the collar. But when she sees someone in a high vis, I mean, she hurts herself. They can't, I'm not going to lie about this. She'll go, and you're going, Mildred. So what I've started to do, I start picking her up.
Right.
And she pipes down once I pick her up.
Okay. Yeah, it's not always easy though, is it, to do that? But
No, but if any listeners that have the same problem as me, if you can, picking up the dog does seem to help.
Yeah.
I mean, I know because you're in the process of moving, Seann.
Yes.
Did you say goodbye to the postman? Did Mildred get a chance to sort of make up
meowing postman?
Yeah. Well, do you know what? We've not seen the last of him because we live in the same area.
Oh, so he does the same street, does he? He
does the same area. He's the one in driving around in the van.
For listeners who might not remember, Seann had a very annoying postman who, when he saw Mildred, would go meow. And just totally wind her up, thinking that was a fun thing to do for a dog. No. So I would have thought one of the conditions of moving was that you'd move at least out of that postman's zone. But
no,
but you got the same guy.
Is he still doing it?
Yeah, it's the guy. Because that postman in particular was the guy in the van. He's the one that delivering the packages. So I think they have a bigger radius.
Yes. I see. Right. Okay.
I will actually miss my regular postman.
Yeah.
Do you have those little characters in your life? The guy that you're talking about who goes, "Oh, I didn't see you there, Jack."
Yeah.
These people become characters in our own little, sitcom of our lives, where you kind of the
Yeah, they
background
do.
characters, and I like them. I'm going to miss them.
I know what you mean. Yeah, they're kind of the supporting cast.
The supporting cast.
In your world.
We have a woman that drives around on one of those. Oh, what are they called? The little vehicles.
A mobility scooter or something?
A mobility scooter, thank you.
Yeah.
And she's got I think she's got a chihuahua, Jack, that she sits on her lap.
Oh, nice.
She drives around on a mobility scooter that has speakers blaring pop music and sometimes really like heavy gangster rap. And you go, oh, I'm not gonna get to see her anymore.
Aww.
That's a shame. But yeah, I'm round the corner, so it's okay. But I do like the supporting cast in our lives.
Yeah, I always think that when you see someone on one of those, it looks like a Dalek without its lid on. That's what I don't know if you can say that, but anyway.
I think we'll keep it in, see how it goes.
Yeah. When I used to live near Camden, and there used to be this guy, and a few of my friends knew him. We called him the best of luck guy. Yeah. And you'd be in somewhere like Sainsbury's, and you just hear down a few aisles, the best of luck, best of luck. And he'd just be saying this on repeat. I was once in the supermarket, and somebody else got annoyed with him for saying this.
Oh, yeah.
And
oh no!
And he said, "Can you stop doing that?" And the guy went, "Oh, what? The best of luck." And he just said it because he couldn't help himself.
Oh.
And it was just, and I used to think, how can you get annoyed? That is such a lovely thing to be saying.
It was very nice. Where was it? Where was this, Sarah? Where did it happen?
This was all around Camden.
Right.
So the Sainsbury's in Camden, I used to frequent there. And you just be, and I'd mentioned this to a friend. I've seen that guy. And you know him because he'd say, the best of luck.
Okay. Because there's a story that Mark Steele tells about someone who does that. I think it may have been Camden, the same thing, but really? I don't think it can be repeated on our podcast.
Tell me afterwards.
I will tell you afterwards, but it was
I used to, that Sainsbury's in Camden, when I was very young, when I was a very young child, we lived across the road from that Sainsbury's in a basement flat.
Uh-huh.
My parents and my only memory of that flat is the fire brigades coming round because my dad had fallen asleep on the sofa with a fag and set the sofa on fire. So those adverts, those adverts where you go, who's doing that? And it says, like, don't fall asleep on the sofa. Don't leave it. It's my dad. The reason that these things are in place is because of people like my dad.
Sean Walsh's dad.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
Who I say about my dad, he still smokes so much that he can't visit me in London because of you, Les.
Oh no. That's a great gag. Yeah.
Anyway, look, we've got some emails.
Yes, we have. Yeah.
Which is lovely. And I think we've got. Do we have a voice note, Sarah?
We do.
Oh, how lovely. This is a voice note from Jessie.
Carol and Jess.
Carol and Jess say, good morning to Jack, Sarah and Sean. In brackets, alphabetical order to save any arguments. Good. Just clearing that up. Well done, Carol and Jess. I hope this finds you well and that Dolly, Juniper and Mildred Barrett are too. I'm a recent convert to the podcast and have now binged my way through season 1 and 2 and have just a few of season 3 left. I have Jess, the almost 2-year-old border collie, also known as Jessie J, Lugs. Mm-hmm. You can see an attached photo of the ears that we might have. That might go up on Instagram. Big Ears MacD. Jess the truck pup, and if she is naughty, then she gets full named Jessica McDonald.
Oh, I love this.
I have to say I can relate to that. Mildred was really winding me up yesterday, and she got the full Mildred Barrett. Mildred Barrett.
Oh right, yeah.
Mildred Barrett, would you be quiet, please?
That's lovely.
There's Jess.
There's Jess. Jessie J. She has asked me, this is Jessica, by the way, Jack, has asked Carol, she has asked me to send the attached voice note as her lack of computer skills and opposable thumbs make it tricky for her. Yeah. Anyway, loving the podcast and looking forward to seeing Jack in May on his Small World tour. If Jack needs a dog fix when he plays Eden Court, Inverness, then Jess will be happy to
Oh,
oblige.
that's very nice to know.
Lots of love, Carol and Jess, Inverness, Scotland. So here's the voice note from Jessie.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry.
What was that?
Yeah.
Is that part of your personal collection?
It's Mildred.
That's
Mildred's voice.
Mildred.
Noise.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me just get it. One sec. Hold on.
Well done, Sean, recognising your daughter's voice.
So here's a voice note from Jessie. It is a bit windy, but it's fantastic nonetheless.
My name is Jessie. I am a nearly 2-year-old border collie. I just want to tell you about my mum's morning ritual while I'm out for a walk. Every single morning, my mum comes down, opens the kitchen door, goes onto her knees and sings, good morning, you've slept the whole night through. Good morning to you. And then I have to jump up onto her lap and put my head underneath her chin, which was fine when I was a little girl, but now I'm a big girl. So, yeah, just thought I'd let you know about her morning ritual. I don't know why she does it. I think she just likes it.
Well, fantastic. Thank you for sending that in, Jess. And it sounds like Carol is doing very well on her meds. And I look forward to seeing your mum in Inverness when I play there. That's great. Thank you for sending that in.
What a lovely way to start the day,
isn't it? Imagine that, having that be sung to you by someone. No wonder Jessie feels confident enough to actually get online and communicate with us.
Yes,
like that.
exactly.
I always sing to Juniper when I see her in the morning. Do you not?
You?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't tell us this, Sarah?
I feel like she wouldn't accept the greeting unless it was in song. So
why is it episode 112 or something before that's come up? What do you do? What do you like? What's the song? What do you do?
Oh, let me think. Oh gosh, it's sort of like it is a good morning.
Yeah.
But it's also because I call her Boona.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So it's like, it's the Boonery girl. It's the Boonery girl. Here is the Boonery girl. It's that sort of thing.
Lovely, great. Okay, just surprised you kept that to yourself for so long.
Yes.
I'm sure Carol's feeling much better right now after
Yeah,
my
she
little
will be.
rendition.
That's
there you go.
That's very nice. That's lovely. Yeah, we always make a fuss of Dolly in the morning because she's on our bed and she usually sleeps right up between us. So, and she's usually the last of us to wake up. She's like in the lap of luxury.
Lovely.
I don't get a chance. I mean, I honestly, I do not get a chance to sing a song for Mildred. Mildred jumps on me, jumps on my head, and just stands there, and then try to get in under the duvet and try to give me kisses. So I think she's kind of singing the song to me.
It sounds like it. It does sound like it.
Yeah.
This morning, when I was holding on to Dolly because I was about to take her out for a walk, and Jane was going out for the day, and so Jane leant forward, and I thought she was going to kiss me, and she kissed Dolly. That was me putting my. That's me putting my place. I tell you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Brilliant.
Sorry to hear that, Jack.
No.
You're not getting the attention that you need.
Well, it's probably time for our guest, isn't it? We can do that. Jimmy Carr is a bloke who's dabbled with comedy for a few years now.
Yeah.
You may have heard him, may have seen some of his stuff on telly, but we don't want to hear all about Jimmy's frankly mediocre achievements. We want to get to know him through his dogs.
I didn't realise there'd be a countdown.
Well, there is a countdown. We're now recording, Jimmy. So
Excellent.
It's fine because we didn't catch you saying at the very beginning, "Oh, I regret doing this." As soon as you saw us on the screen.
That's great. I guess get well soon, Jack. I guess.
So why is it? Is it?
Is this a GoFundMe to get? Presumably, Sean has been kept He's been kept hostage somewhere.
He is. He's in his panic room.
That's very much the look. Gentlemen, it's an honour and a privilege to be here on
I know it is.
Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark, the fan site. I think Enola Gay is their best single. And I know a lot of people would have said Tesla Girls, but really, I think they don't get the credit they deserve.
So good to get your insight on that.
I know, thank you so much.
Occasionally we talk about dogs as well, because it so happens it's the same initials. And so, Jimmy,
you have dogs?
I've got dogs.
Did you just get dogs so that you could get on this podcast? Is that what's happened?
I'm kind of nervous. I think this could be my big break. This could really turn things... Because, show business is very fickle, but it really feels like... and you guys, correct me if I'm wrong, you're the first comics to do a podcast, yes?
I think we are. We broke the mould and we're doing one.
Well, because it was the obvious idea to do a dogs one first.
Yeah. And you know me, I'm always out there with new ideas. And, this is... Sean says, do you want to do one? I say, yeah, let's do it before anyone else catches onto it.
Perfect. If only Joe Rogan is kicking himself, he didn't think of this. He's absolutely gutted. And your lawyer's a shit hot. You'll notice Joe Rogan he rarely even mentions dogs because he knows you guys will lawyer up.
Yeah, exactly. And we're going to be on him. And he will regret it so much.
Yes.
Even trying to get into our area. So, Jimmy, I know you've got Marnie. That's what I know from...
here's my dog history. We got English toy terriers.
Yes.
About maybe, I don't think how many years ago.
Have you done that on purpose?
I don't know how that happened. The fireworks behind me?
Fireworks.
That's a thing called charisma.
So for the listeners, we're talking to Jimmy online, of course, and whilst he was talking, a firework display went off behind Jimmy's back. It was a visual effect on the software we're using, but it was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
That feels like your software, not mine. I don't think I have the capacity to do that. I think it's probably just picking up my aura. So let's get back to the dog situation. This is your tin pot idea. Okay, so I had English toy terriers, which are fabulous dogs. They're the original town dog. They were bred to be ratters, and they look like they're quite. It's almost like an optical illusion. They look like a Doberman Pinscher far away.
Yeah, right. Yes, right. I remember seeing them, actually, Jimmy. I remember seeing them. These two.
I describe them as a sawn-off Doberman Pinscher.
Yeah.
Right.
They're a gentleman's dog. I absolutely adore them. So we had two of those, and they were fabulous. Mackie and Taxi. Taxi, I think the best name for a dog, because if you are going to be shouting for your dog in the park, you don't sound mental.
Yes.
Taxi! Right. Oh, there's me that's me and Mackie at some Land Rover event. Sweet. There you go. Well done, me.
What, Jimmy? I've never seen you with a beard. There was a picture of you at a 5 o'clock shadow.
I can grow a 5 o'clock shadow by 5 o'clock. I mean, I really do have that kind of. I've got a very pale skin and dark hair, so it's a thing. It's a thing.
That's good.
So I've got Mackie and Taxi, and Mackie very sadly passed away last year. And it's a weird thing. I don't think people, unless you've got dogs, people don't understand that losing a pet is. I mean, I've got sort of a theory on grief generally, which is it's cumulative. It's kind of across life. So you go when a dog goes, it's a member of the family, and it's
absolutely
your own mortality and everyone you've ever lost, and just I don't know. It's because it feels to me like the thing about dogs is it's just a house until you get a dog. A dog makes it a home. It really there's someone happy to see you all the time, and it's a little friend, and they're adorable. So we had those two. Mackie's no longer with us. We did, however, about 7 years ago, we adopted from Blue Cross, Blue Cross are a wonderful charity. They deal with sort of cats and dogs, and so we got a rescue. And we got this little rescue of, I think she might be a Yorkshire Terrier. There's a lot of Yorkshire Terrier in it, but there's a lot of other stuff as well. And she's the apple of my eye, my little Marnie.
Sweet.
Marnie.
adorable.
How did you choose him? Because I always think the terrifying thing about going to one of these centres is like you've got all these other dogs saying, "Oh, choose me. Can I come home with you?" And was it a hard thing to do?
Well, not really, because what happened was it beat the badger in the fight, and that was part of the win. Part of the pot was you got to keep the winning dog, so that's how I judge a dog. No, it's like she's the most. She came and was like a little bit shy the first time she visited us, and then came back and she's a very special dog. You know, these kind of creatures come into your life and you just feel and she's getting on a bit now. Yeah. We've just got a new puppy as well. So we've got we've got a new puppy.
So how many
I've got three at the moment. Yeah, I've got three.
Could I just...
Is the puppy off Marnie?
No, the puppy is, we got the puppy from a breeder and great breeders, very kind of responsible breeders. And it's another English toy terrier. And we're so smitten. We couldn't be more in love. It's like their little personality comes out. So 14 weeks, you can sort of see who they're going to be. And really fun.
And is Tassie happy about that, to have another toy terrier in the house?
Yeah, they play kind of, as long as there's not food around, they play really well together. And they that little thing of like going, and obviously the little one's running rings around him. The little one is, the speed on these little things, they're like little whippets. Incredible.
Yeah. So who's the main carer when you're on the road, Jimmy? Because you're often travelling, I know that. But who's taking care of the men?
My other half is taking care. Caroline's does the lion's share of it, I would say.
Yeah.
And then I come in for glory.
I thought you had staff.
Yeah, no. Well, the dogs have got staff. Obviously, they've got their own.
Yeah.
They've got the dog butler, the under butler. Yeah, sure. It's like little Lord Fauntleroy. It's I don't know. I mean, it's pretty easy with dogs. We're very lucky. We've got a nice big garden, so it's pretty easy just to let them out if you're kind of in a hurry. And our dogs are tiny, so a walk for them doesn't need to be a massive thing. It's we're round the corner from Primrose Hill. It's pretty easy.
Okay.
And someone did a great reframe recently. It's the guy that wrote the Dilbert books.
Oh yes.
Okay.
And he's written this new book, and it's about kind of reframing things. And he was going, walking the dog. He was saying, walking the dog's a bit boring. And then someone sort of explained to him what walking the dog is. And I found it absolutely fascinating. So it's the idea that you go, walking the dog, it's not about the walk for them. It's about the smell.
Yeah.
So they go out there, and it's basically, it's my dog's going for a walk in Primrose Hill. It's like they're going on TikTok.
Yeah.
They're checking out what's going on. They cannot. It's that thing where they're getting so much from it on an olfactory level. They're just absolutely loving it.
Yeah.
And then it's that thing where you go, well, you could think, well, I'm not getting any walking done. I'm just standing here. But actually, just standing there. It's nice to have nothing to do for a while.
You know what?
It is nice,
recently, I've made the effort of. I used to kind of use the dog walk as a bit of an excuse to call someone and have a chat and have a catch up. But I've actually made an effort recently to not go on the phone so that I can.
Well, also your career's on the slide. So who are you going to call?
Well, I know.
That's the other factor there.
No one's answering. No one's.
Is that Netflix? Is that they've hung up. The other thing that I was thinking about dog walking is like, someone said this to me recently, and it really struck a nerve of like, they were chatting about boredom, and they were going, boredom is unappreciated serenity.
Right.
It's exactly the same feeling as serenity, but you go,
you're not realising what you've got. Yeah,
you kind of don't realise it. It's like, this is kind of great.
Yeah.
Kind of great.
Are you a very sociable dog walker? Do you chat to people, and do they chat to you, or?
Oh no, actually, it's nice that this is going out on a podcast. No, if people could stop making eye contact, that would be great. I'm a big deal.
I've been for a walk with Jimmy through Primrose Hill, and it's like that. It's like that scene in Goodfellas with Ray Liotta going into the restaurant.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just getting stopped. Hello, and Jimmy doesn't just say hello. He'll blast out a zinger. There'll be a gag for every single person. Will get their own individual gag. It's incredible.
It's for me, fame is like you live in a lovely, friendly little village.
Yeah,
but you've got Alzheimer's. So I don't recognise anyone, but they all seem to know me. Not more. I don't. Well, they seem very friendly. I guess I've lived here for years. I love it. It makes the world such a friendly place. I think this is maybe how things are meant to be.
That's a brilliant description.
Yeah.
So now everyone knows to go and say hello to Jimmy, because it's it makes his day and helps him reconnect with who he really is. It's a great thing. Yeah.
I love it. I think as well, though, that thing of going, I feel bad for Peter Kay. Because Peter Kay, when he bumps into people, everyone expects to be invited for Christmas because he's so avuncular and friendly and charming. Whereas I've got a bit of edge on stage. So I think if I just go, morning, people go, he's not as bad as I thought he'd be. It's like, the happiness is expectations exceeded. And I exceed people's expectations because I put the bar very, very low.
Jimmy, I can't. The thing about discussing dogs and having people on here is you kind of get to know a different side of people through their dogs. And I hope you don't mind me saying it's almost difficult to imagine you being kind of affectionate with your dogs. Are you a cuddly dog owner? Do you get in there?
I'm very much. I like the. I've got a weird thing about like people that don't allow their dogs in their bed, or they're outside or something. You go, what kind of a monster are you? Like you get dogs. You get a dog because you want a dog. It's like people that complain that dogs bark. You go, get a cat. Fine.
Yeah.
We've also got 2 cats who are convinced they're dogs.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Because they live with dogs and all. Yeah.
I don't know, but they're so incredibly, they just didn't get the memo on what it is to be a cat. So they just straight up to people as soon as they walk in the house and they'll just swipe at people until they start getting a bit of a pet. And then if you're petting them, they're okay. They'll calm down.
Yeah. Are they okay with the dogs? Do they get on well?
Yeah.
They
get on brilliantly.
Oh, wow.
They got on fantastically. It's not the Tom and Jerry cartoon that I was hoping for in our kitchen. No, it's fine.
Hasn't worked out quite like that. I like it when cats are more dog-like. I really like that, because then you can think, okay, I know what you're about now, because they sort of want to see you and they're not doing you a favour, and they're just sort of not being superior,
Yeah, it is that weird thing. Is that cats often it feels like go on.
Yeah, condescending. Yeah.
And how well behaved are your dogs, Jimmy?
I would say badly. Badly behaved. Yeah, badly behaved. Badly behaved.
You are exceeding expectations, because I would have thought that your dogs would be. I thought you would have got a trainer in. All of that stuff would have
we got a trainer in, but life is short and it's hard sometimes to get them to. So the puppy training is going all right, and we're putting the hours in. But puppy training is like it's hard. You've got to sort of be there. And we did a thing where we got a great trainer in and great breeders, and they basically went, look, just keep him with you at all times for the first 16 weeks. Okay. And then there'll be no separation anxiety. You'll have knocked that out of him. So he'll feel secure at all times in his life. So we're doing a lot of that at the moment. So it's kind of, so normally, actually I've got a bit of peace and quiet here, but normally in the house, there's sort of a dog on you at all times. Yeah. Which is, it's kind of lovely. It's very nice. It's nice.
Not easy to achieve though, is it? To be with your dog the whole time for 16 weeks. I mean, that is quite an ask.
Yeah, it's a lot, and we've got kids as well, which but again, we're treating them the same. They go in the garden, we pick up after them. It's fine. Same rules for everyone.
Of course, that's only right, and it's good. So, did you grow up with dogs? Did you have dogs when you were growing up at all?
We had dogs briefly.
That my mother,
it wasn't good. My mother did a thing where she would get a dog, and then we would go on holiday, or we'd go away for a weekend or whatever, and she would leave it with someone, like a nice old lady round the corner, and then she'd get back, and then invariably she would go, oh, the nice old lady likes the dog, so I guess I've given the dog away. And you go, oh, right, okay. I mean, it was like not once. That didn't happen once. That happened several times. So it was sort of like, I don't think I had we rented dogs when I was a kid. It's probably a more accurate appraisal.
It must be so traumatizing for you as a kid.
Worse things happened. So what are you going to do? But it was certainly a bit. It was a bit weird because I kind of like having them around, and I just think it was, I don't know, my mum kept on giving them away, but actually always to nice. Yeah, we kind of saw them again because they were like around the place. They were like, oh, well, she lives over there. Okay,
that's a nice dog. Yeah, it's yours.
Yeah.
And Caroline as well. Has she always been a dog person?
Yeah, always been a dog person.
The ambition,
always had dogs around. Yeah. It's I don't know. It does feel like there's something missing if you don't have a dog in the house.
How are the kids getting along with the dogs, Jimmy?
Well, the two we have left are really loving them. and that was just, it was such an unfortunate incident. It's like a one-off thing.
Yes, all water under the bridge.
We've got to remember to feed the dogs.
Yeah.
That's the absolute must. Yeah.
What's the takeaway from that? Yeah. That incident.
No, I mean, obviously, I think kids just, they adore animals. Yeah. It's just in all children that they just love animals.
Yeah.
And just having them around, whether it's cats or dogs or whatever, they're just kind of fascinated. Yeah. And the thing that amazes me is the patience of the cats and dogs.
Yes.
Up against these little monsters. I mean, they are basically monsters.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my kids, but just that finger in the eye. Just a bang, straight in. What are you doing?
It is astonishing how dogs will behave, and they know. No, these are the kids. I've got to put up with this. I can't snap back unless it's someone else's kid. Maybe then they'll say, "I don't need to take it from you, pal. I'm going to bite your hand off if you do it again."
Yeah, that would be the thing. If they could differentiate, if they've got friends round, they go, "No, I'm not having it."
Yeah. So it sounds as though they're all over the furniture at home. They're allowed pretty much anywhere. Is that right, Jimmy?
Yeah, I think that, but the idea that you would go, well, they're not allowed in that space because that's special and not it's fine.
Right.
Fine. Let them do their thing.
Yeah.
And they're all there to greet you at the door when you get back from a show.
Yeah, they're all, how'd it go? Did the new stuff work?
Exactly.
That's very much, that's the inference of the bark. You can tell that's what they're thinking.
Love the last special, top work.
Yeah. They think, oh, that's Lithuania. That's a tough gig.
Yeah.
You're not someone that's taking your dogs on the road. That's too far for you.
I'd like to. I'd like to, but I think it's that thing where you go, what spaces can you take them in? Because I like the train. I like to, certainly if I'm in the UK, I like to get the train to a gig and then drive back.
Right.
That's the preferred method for my gigging.
Yes, yeah. That's
because I like to be at home, and that means you could leave at sort of, even if you're doing Manchester, I don't have to be on the train until 5 to get to Manchester for 7. Great.
Well, you're a cool cat, you are. I like to be there ages before the theatre. I like to be there, 6 o'clock or something for a 8 o'clock show. I can't be that relaxed, but you are.
It's a miracle if I get to the right venue
or town.
Yeah.
Have
you ever turned up in the wrong town? I've done that a couple of times.
I was meant to be in Hertford and I ended up at Hereford.
That's bad. I was meant to be in Peterborough and I was in Petersfield. That's gone badly.
Yeah.
That's not gone well.
That's very unlike you, though. I can understand with Sean, but I don't see you doing that very often, Jimmy.
No, I think that happened once, and then I just straightened up and flew right.
Yeah. Have you got a special voice for the dogs? Do you ever speak to them with a special voice?
I think I do. I think it's the same as the. I think it's quite similar to the sort of baby voice. It's very
okay.
Well, I think it's just that little. You're kind of in a very excitable little space with dogs.
Stop describing it and do it, Jimmy.
No, I can't do the voice. I can't do the voice. I can't do the dog voice. It's like a little phone voice.
Yeah, come on, let's hear it.
That's what you want.
No, well, now I feel very self-conscious. I can't possibly.
Oh, come on! We've cornered you now.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's why we got you on
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Yes, you have, Jack D. Oh, he's such a good boy. He's such a funny boy.
Honestly, I feel like rolling over now. It's great.
Yeah. It's nice. I don't know what I kind of like that thing as well, where Caroline does more with the dogs than I do, and I love that thing of they somehow organically they know who the gender roles in the house.
Yeah.
And they're not very woke dogs, because they'll go, yeah, I know she's done the lion's shares of the work, but you are our favourite. Lest us forget, you're in charge.
Oh,
There's some testosterone coming off that. Hang on.
Right. It sounds as though the answer is yes, but do they generate a lot of material for you as well?
I don't know if they have, actually. Not really. I mean, I'm not really. I'm not relying on that, but they're. I don't know. It's just nice to have them around.
Yeah,
I mean, they're not.
Yeah.
I kind of don't know what it's very hard to pitch it to someone that hasn't got dogs.
Yeah.
Like, why would you get a dog? It's like it's hassle. It's also like the expense. Like the expense of getting a dog, like, because obviously people look at the expense of like, oh, how much is it to buy a dog? But don't worry about that.
Yeah.
The vets are robbing a living.
Yeah, my word. Yeah, we've talked about this to some.
Oh my! What? How much?
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been. I had a joke years ago about I had a cat, and the cat needed an operation that cost £4,000. So I guess it's a long-winded way of saying we haven't got a cat. But people know I'm off the telly. There's no way I can go to the vet. Well, I guess he's not going to make it then. Like, it must be such a strange thing being a vet, because no doctor has ever gone to the parents. Well, little Timmy, he's going to need the transfusion, and that's going to be £8,000. So, what do you want to do? Well, he's had a good innings.
It's it's a pricey old business. That's for sure.
Well, I feel so bad for the vets and the veterinary nurses, because like, occasionally I'll get one in the audience and I'll sort of go, well, look, I'll go. You got into this business because you love animals, right? I'll go toe to toe with you. How many cats have you killed this week? I'm at 0. How are you doing? What's your number? Because it's not 0, is it? And they love, and they got into it. It's their whole life. They love animals so much.
Yeah.
Incredible. And the care and attention we got as well.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Really? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Do your dogs sleep on the bed with you?
All three.
They got their own place?
They've got like little things around the bed, little kind of. Marnie's a bit older now, so she's got like little steps to get up onto a little couch thing that she sleeps on. And, they're around.
Oh,
I like the little steps for the dogs is kind of adorable.
Yeah, we've got that for Dolly actually, and it's very sweet. And then finally, the question we always finish with, Jimmy, is: do you let the dogs kiss you on the mouth?
I think it's going to be a yes.
I'm imagining it might be a yes. Yeah.
I think I would, and I think they don't.
Oh.
They don't like it. No, they're not. Like she comes from
you, and they're going, I'm not kissing that on the mouth.
No, I think they're more aware of hygiene than I am.
Yeah,
but that thing of like going, honestly, that thing of like going, if people have got a big hang up about that, you sort of go, yeah, don't get a dog then. It's not for you.
Yeah, that's right. It's not obligatory. Just you
don't have to get one. It's all right. But I think if you're going to get one, jump all the way in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's been great having you on the podcast, Jimmy.
And this is. Do I get paid in? Is it in worming tablets?
You will get paid in kudos and admiration.
Do we? We just take our worming tablets now.
Exactly. Just take them now.
You are going to have to put in some extra nights in those towns, Jimmy, because you're about to blow up.
Yeah, it's going to go. crazy
this is going to be.
now.
Well, if only. Hopefully, I could turn up in the right towns. I might well sell out in the wrong place.
Yeah. Good
evening, Hartford. Damn it.
I mean, Kevin Bishop did the show last year, and look what happens to him now. He's.
Yeah, God, I miss him. Assume he died.
Jimmy, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for coming on.
It's great. Great to see you, Sean, and Jack. Enjoy your retirement. Is it not? Sorry. No, I didn't. I thought. I thought.
Yeah.
Oh my God! So, you're going to work until the end, are you?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to keep going, mate.
This was Jack's Make-A-Wish.
The next week's going to be incredible.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on the podcast and giving us that much needed career boost. in the dying embers of our life and career. Yeah.
Okay, and yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks, Jimmy. Bye-bye.
I got nothing. I got no other dog stories.
That's fine.
Okay.
Lots of love.
Maybe just I'm spitballing here, and the show's over. But we do like an extra podcast, like Patreon for like paying customers,
extra content
where we only talk about cats.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The real shit. Yeah.
Get into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to take that idea and run with it, I think.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And we'll see you on that as well. You can be our first episode on Oh My Cat.
Yeah, I'll try and put it off for a couple of years and then sort of begrudgingly agree.
Yeah.
That's kind of sort of the format. It's
what you did with this one,
thing.
So,
yeah. Yeah. And I stand by my earlier comments. Regret. Oh, there's a button. Yeah. There's a button on the thing that just says leave.
Yeah, I put that there.
Yeah, we wish I'd spotted that earlier.
And the best thing is, Jimmy, we're not even putting this out.
But I mean,
where
this
is how we have to. We just wanted to see how you're doing. This isn't even going out to the public. Sorry, mate.
Yeah.
No, available only on the dark web in North Korea.
Yeah. Nice one.
Great to see you.
All right.
Take care, gents.
Take care,
Jimmy.
mate.
See ya.
All right, take care.
Bye. Oh, Jimmy Carr, though. Shame he wasn't on form.
I know.
Because he can be funny, can't he?
I know. It's such a shame.
Yeah.
Maybe something's happened.
Yeah, it's not in the right mood, I suppose.
I know.
But, yeah.
But it was nice of. I tell you what, it was nice of him to take the podcast seriously.
I know. Yeah, I felt there was a lot of respect coming from him, and I appreciate that. You know.
I feel really good about myself and the podcast now.
Yeah.
So thanks for that, Jimmy.
He's probably the only comedian who hasn't got a podcast, is he? Do you think? He's probably the only comedian who doesn't need one.
I know. Well, watch this space for his new podcast about cats.
You can see him making notes as we went along. He's just getting ideas. That's the way his mind works. Yeah, it'll come out. You'll see. It'll see. Yeah.
But it was. Do you know what? In saying all of that, I did say it during the chat with him. This is about seeing another side of people and not just talking to them about their careers and what they've been up to. And it was, I do think that when you speak to Jimmy and you speak about, his relationship with his dogs, you do get to see another side of him. And he's
absolutely,
you can tell he loves his dogs and it's a big part of the family. And
yeah, there's a human there inside, isn't there? Somewhere,
somewhere.
Don't always see that with Jimmy, but it was good. It was very funny. Nice one.
So, thank you for listening to Oh My Dog. We love getting all these insights from our guests, and we hope you enjoy getting to know a different side of them, as I was saying, through their love of dogs.
Yeah, please go and subscribe to our YouTube channel at OMD Pod, and please do get in touch by emailing us at hello@omdpod.com. And find us on Instagram at OMDpod. You'll find loads of extra content and video there. You can send us your voice notes as well.
And of course, don't forget to give us a 5-star review. It really helps. You can do that wherever you get your podcast to. And remember, a dog is for life, not just for podcasts.
Okay. Let's try and get someone decent for next week, shall we?
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Jimmy's probably cancelled now anyway.
Yeah, I hope so.